Building? I meant to ask, what were you looking for when you came in the college? What were you expecting? The physical structure, like lively, or the greenery, or what were you expecting and what did you find out? Guys, you need to give an answer. So you just came blindly? But 4 का पैकेज तो सिर्फ मैकेनिकल वालों को मिला है. So सब मैकेनिकल के हैं यहाँ पे? Okay. So Department of Training and Placement. I guess that's what the answer I was looking for, that you guys came in for placements. Yes? Or yes? Is there anybody who has come here for something else than placements? I mean, definitely there would be more options. As an in charge of the training and the placement team, I welcome you all, guys. You will be going through me for the rest of your 4 years if you want to get placed. So I am, and my team is a bridge between you guys and the CPC. Now, what is CPC? Anybody? Thank you. Central Placement Cell. It's a cell which is situated in the center of your institute. That's why it's a central placement cell. No. It's a central placement cell because it takes care of the placements of all the 84 streams carried out in the IPS Academy umbrella. Engineering is one of them. So yes, these guys deals with the companies which come for engineering students as well as the rest of the streams for IPS Academy. We people, as in my team, is totally into engineering. I am an internal faculty here, so you can say that yes, I am a bridge between you guys and the CPC. So as I said before, you'll be going through me if you want to go for placements. You will be going through me if you want to go for competitive examinations. You'll be going through me if you want to go become an entrepreneur. Unless you already have a home business with your father or anybody else and you have thought of acquiring that, at that case, you won't need me. Everywhere else in your career, while you reach your 3rd year, you'll be going through me and my cabin. Got it? So next time when you come to me, I'll ask you, did you see me in the induction? Will you say yes or yes? Good, because I'm going to ask this question to you. All right, so as an in charge of training and placement, I'm been asked to give you the thoughts and the facts of the placements. So, as I said, this is going to be an interaction round because I know you might have come with different kinds of ideas. Like somebody just said, 4 crore ka package laga, isliye hum log aa gaye. So, that should or should not be your thinking while you're coming to any college. This is something which we'll be going to discuss on. All right? Where's the pointer? So let me go through the first. Okay. So as every cell has, we also have a vision and a mission. Okay. Then we have some objectives. Then the sorry. It's not working, sir. ऐसे? हाँ, ठीक है. इधर point करो. Okay. So cell functions, activities of my cell, and the statistics which you all will be looking for. The next, the packages, the recruiters, and the prominent alumni of our college. These is going to be the contents. So starting with the vision, I'll just not read it. My vision is clear. I want everybody to be placed somewhere and start earning the moment they leave this college. This is my vision. And that is what I get paid for. So that's my ultimate aim, to make sure that everybody who's sitting here is getting placed somewhere or is earning in somewhere or the other. Or maybe pursuing something which is called as higher studies. All right? So, to enhance the employability of the students is the objective of my team. Employability means what? Can somebody tell me the exact meaning of the word? Just by reading that word, we can understand. Employability matlab kya? हाँ? ये गूं 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 नहीं चलेगा. Say. Exactly. The skills which you need to get placed is the employability skills. It covers everything, right? Starting from how you look till starting from how good you are with your studies. All right? So, gauge the inherent potential of students and align their proficiency. Very important words, guys. Align their proficiency. It means if somebody is very good with just, let's say, coding, so I have to make sure that he is aligned with the proficiency level of a company who is looking for excellent coding skills. But if there is X person who is not good with coding, but is good with statistical management, so I will be assigning that person to the company which is looking for statistical management. Mostly what happens, you do not So when the company comes in, we just see the last sentence of the company profile which says that I'm going to offer you this much package, right? हमें बाकी ऊपर से कोई मतलब नहीं होता है. पूरे पेज पे जो लिखा होता है हमें से वो दिखता है 4 crores. Does anybody even know the history of how Himanshu reached 4 crores? No. 4 crores. So this is very attractive when it is read like that. But you need to understand what was the proficiency level. How did he come up with going to Tesla as a mechanical engineer? It was nobody else's but his own idea. So maybe he got it from somebody who has already been through that process. But again, syllabus, curriculum, your 4 years of BE are going to be the same as it is for the rest of your years, for the 4 years. But placements is not dependent only on your syllabus. Your degree is dependent on your syllabus. Your theoretical knowledge is dependent on your syllabus. But your placements are not dependent on your syllabus. They are vast, they are far ahead of your curriculum. There is a scrutiny which happens when we decide your syllabus. We make sure that it is up to the mark, but should not exceed the level of your understanding at that year or at that semester. Correct? That's smartness. If we keep giving you whatever you should be taught in the 5th sem, in your 3rd sem, you're not going to understand that. So we have to be, understanding the fact that what is your dimagi level, and according to that we give you the curriculum. But placement doesn't do that way. What placement does is, overall proficiency level of a student is checked. It is not dependent on curriculum. All right? So aligning their proficiency does not include the technical part. That is your basic criteria. Yes, you should be absolutely good with your technicals. ये तो बेसिक क्राइटेरिया है. Nobody should even think of कि मैं technically बहुत strong हो गया तो मैं select हो जाऊंगा. This is your basic criteria. After that, what are the proficiency you have is something you should be aware of. That's what my team does. To place the maximum number of students through campus and off-campus placements is my another objective, to shape the students as per the industrial requirements. We do have Board of Studies meetings and council meetings with the management of the country, of the industries of your field. And those guys give us ideas on what should be the topics of your studies, and we inculcate those ideas or those topics in your curriculum so that you are industry ready by the time you are in your 6th semester. समझ आ रहा है क्या बोल रही हूँ? नहीं? कि yes. For example, if I'm talking to, let's say for example, Tesla, ठीक है, mechanical engineer, Tesla automobile, correct? इतना पता है सबको? Now, a person from our college goes and visits that company Tesla. I'm talking Tesla just as an example. Tesla भी जाता है and they ask, what are the skills you ask for your employee? What is that you need that once your employee enters your company, he or she should possess by default? क्या ऐसे areas है जो उन्हें by default आना चाहिए so that you just give them the brushed training later? उन areas को jot down करके that college professor comes in back and then discusses it with the department faculties, let's say mechanical we are talking about, and they talk to them and they inculcate that in your curriculum. This has happened after our college has become autonomous and we have got the freedom of changing the syllabus. So that is one positive thing which you people already have. All right. Other than that, there are loads of other things which we will more need to do other than your syllabus, and that will be enhancing the skills. So the function which my team does, specialized training. Training is needed for placements, yes or yes? Why? No, this is not the training I'm talking about after being placed. वो तो आपको कंपनी देगी. वो ट्रेनिंग तो आपको कंपनी देगी. That is called as OJT, on-job training. On-job training is a training which the company gives you. The training which we give you is pre-job training. That's the difference. What is a pre-job training? We make sure that you get selected. Simple. मेरा एक ही फंडा है. मैं वो हर चीज आपको सिखाऊंगी. मेरी टीम आपको हर वो चीज सिखाएगी जिससे आप प्लेस हो जाए. Simple भाषा में बोल रही हूँ. Corporate grooming, it is required for computer science students. Soft skill workshops, again, computer science student needs them. Rigorous assessments, continuous feedbacks, and motivational counseling is needed by everybody else, or even computer science. Computer science के साथ बस problem यही है, इसीलिए उनको ये extra चीज़ है, because you people who belong to computer science, if you get selected in a company, that company will be working for not India, but for other countries. We know that, right? Yes or yes? So, for the people who will be selected in computer science companies or software companies, they will be dealing with the projects in Australia, in Europe, entire Europe, Singapore, Switzerland, Malaysia. So yes, corporate grooming is required at that point of time. But for the rest of our departments, for the people who will be dealing with people who are in India, like government jobs and everything, we just do not need that. Because Indians understand grooming of Indians. So that corporate grooming is not needed. All right. So motivational counseling is one which is needed for mostly every placed or unplaced student at the point of end of your career. How many of you know the process of placement? क्या पता है आपको? Yes, ma'am. What do you know? What happens in placements? Yes, dear.
फर्स्ट मंथ में तो वो लोग सिखाते हैं कि कैसे काम करना है और लाइक दूसरों को देख के काम करने का बोलते हैं. उसके बाद चालू होती है मेन वो कि खुद से क्या करना है, खुद के आइडियाज़ क्या देने हैं वहाँ पर इंटर्नशिप.
Guys, is there any confusion between placement and getting placed? What do you mean by the word placement? I am seeing there is a huge confusion you guys possess when I'm talking about what is the process of placement. Can somebody else answer this question? What is the process of placements? Yes, ma'am. Okay, sit. Last, Last bench. What is there you are laughing about? Let me know the answer to the question. Give me the answer to the question. What do you mean by placement? Placement means to place anyone. Working? Yes. बोलो बोलो. Placement means to place someone.
मैम मतलब किसी कंपनी में प्लेस्ड होना या कोई आए, अगर मान लो कोई क्लाइंट आया या कोई जॉब के लिए किसी को नीड है तो कंपनी में प्लेस होना मैम.
Yes,
मतलब एक खाली
thank
जगह
you. The process of placement, when I talk about, beta, this is not working. The process of placement, when I talk about placements, it is before you get placed, what is the process? You people answered the questions which happens after placement. Placement होने से पहले आपको क्या सीखना है, क्या करना है, ये बताना हमारा फर्ज है और ये जानना आपका काम है. So when I say word placement, I will be only dealing till the time you get the offer letter. समझे? उसके बाद का कुछ कहानी नहीं सुना रही मैं. जो वहां तक पहुंचने के लिए कि आपके ईमेल पर ऑफर लेटर आए that this you've been selected in falana falana company with this falana falana package as a falana falana engineer. यहाँ तक की process is called the placement process. Whatever happens next, the answer given by that lady is post placement, and that is called as on job training. I am not dealing with that. That is not a college's job. Obviously, you will not be with the college at that point of time. Right? समझ आया? खिड़कियां खुली कि हम क्या करने वाले हैं? Okay. So, whenever there is a company which visits the college, कंपनी लाना आपका काम नहीं है, ठीक है? कंपनी आ गई, आपको नोटिफिकेशन आया 15 दिन पहले, फलाना फलाना कंपनी is going to come for this department or this department with the package of this. The first thing which you guys will be looking for is the eligibility criteria for you to sit in that company. समझ आ रहा है? कहीं पर कुछ कंफ्यूजन और तुरंत पूछना. ये बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको 4 साल में मैं नहीं दूंगी. पहला क्या देखेंगे आप? एलिजिबिलिटी क्राइटेरिया. वो क्या होता है? CGP attendance is not the eligibility criteria for a company. Attendance is the eligibility criteria for you to get the degree. Do not mix things. Eligibility criteria, 95% companies comes in with an eligibility criteria of your percentage throughout your 10th, your 12th, and then B.Tech CGPA. By the time the company visits, you might be in 6th or the 7th semester, correct? उस टाइम तक का आपका B.Tech का CGPA और आपके 10वीं 12वीं के पाप आपको रोक सकते हैं उस कंपनी में बैठने के लिए. So 10th, 12th, minimum criteria is 60%. Not even 59.99%. In your 10th, in your 12th, it should be 60% and your CGPA should be 6.3 CGPA, that is 60% in percentage. समझ आया? Clear? Last bench. क्या बोला? 10th, 12th, 60% and 6.3 CGPA. ये 90%, 90 to 95% कंपनीज की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है. बट अभी कुछ कंपनीज ऐसी आने लग गई हैं, those who are asking for 70% as well and 80% as well. Like for FT and electrical, we had Vedanta for 14 lakhs package. That company asked for 75% throughout. Similarly, for computer science, HSBC came in for 80% throughout. So, अगर हमारे वो 10वीं 12वीं के पाप हैं, जहाँ हम रह गए हैं, तो मत आना मेरे केबिन में, because मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती हूँ. वो कंपनी का रिक्वायरमेंट है. That is why it is called as eligibility criteria. All right. उसके अलावा the second eligibility criteria is कि वो 10वीं और 12वीं आपकी बराबर 2 साल में पूरी हुई हो. ठीक है, यानी if you have done your 10th in 2021, so the 12th should be in 2023. If you have diploma after 10th, so if 10th is in 21, your diploma should be, and then in that case the 10th should be in your, 10 should be in 20, and then your diploma should have been completed in 2023 because diploma is of 3 years. 12th करके डिप्लोमा किया है, फलाना ढिमका, ये सब बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स आएंगी जो आप लोग मेरे पास बाद में लेकर आएंगे. We'll see about that, but right now I'm talking about basic eligibility criteria. These are the requirements. If you are done with that, the first process happens is the written test. That's the first thing. Everybody of you who are eligible and have registered for the company will have to go through it. Written test includes 3 parts. First is, do we understand the meaning of the word aptitude? सब ऐसे ऐसे कर रहे हैं, पूछूंगी तो किसी को नहीं पता है. What do you mean by the word aptitude? Huh? No, that's not aptitude. What do you mean by the word aptitude? Yes, somebody said the correct answer. Who gave that? किसी ने बोला यहाँ mathematics? Yes. And reasoning? Yes. जनरल एप्टीट्यूड, आर.एस. अग्रवाल जीवन में कभी देखी है 10वीं 9वीं 11वीं में 12वीं में जब हम JEE की तैयारी कर रहे थे, कभी पढ़ी? That is called aptitude, which includes your logical, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, inductive thinking. अब वर्ड्स याद आ रहे कि कभी पढ़ा है हमने? वो होता है आपका एप्टीट्यूड. ओवरऑल वर्ड में एप्टीट्यूड ये पूछते हैं आपसे एप्टीट्यूड में. यानी क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड यानी आपने 8वीं 10वीं 12वीं में जो प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस, रेशियो प्रोपोर्शन वो सब पढ़ा है वो पूछेंगे. लॉजिकल रीजनिंग में सीटिंग अरेंजमेंट, क्यूब्स एंड डाइजेस, कुछ ध्यान आ रहा है? वो होता है. व्हाट इज द सेकंड पार्ट? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय द वर्ड वर्बल एबिलिटी? बोलने की क्षमता. या लिटरल मीनिंग इज दैट. वेरी गुड. Verbal ability consists of again 3 parts. One is your grammar, wherein you have questions like fill in the blanks. Again, आपने वो आर.एस. अग्रवाल में देखा होगा. Second is your RC. RC is, thank you, reading comprehension. यानी बचपन में जो हमने unseen passage पढ़ा था, that is reading comprehension, but it will not be the level of Ram is a boy, he lives in a village. It will be the level of Shakespeare. So that's the second part, RC. And the third part is vocabulary. What do you mean by the word vocabulary? No, grammar is not vocabulary. Grammar तो मैंने पहले ही बोल दिया. Yes. Yes, vocabulary in Hindi means Shabdkosh. You should know good words and its synonyms and antonyms. Do we know the meaning of the word synonyms and antonyms? Last bench, do we know the meaning of the word synonyms and antonyms? What is it? Yes, whatever you say that in Hindi. So opposites and similar words are antonyms and synonyms respectively. These are the ways to call them. हमने बचपन में जब पढ़ा था तब हमने opposites और similar ही पढ़ा था या पर्यायवाची विरुद्धार्थी पढ़ा था, लेकिन actually में those are called as antonyms and synonyms. So this is the part of vocabulary which you cannot cram, you will have to, which you cannot do anything about, you will have to just cram. क्योंकि words ऐसे होंगे जो आपने जीवन में कभी नहीं सुने होंगे और साथ साथ में उसके जो 4 options होंगे वो भी आपने जीवन में कभी नहीं सुने होंगे. तो कोरिलेट करने का, तुक्का लगाने का कोई सवाल ही पैदा नहीं होता है. ग्रामर में आप तुक्का लगा सकते हो, टू कहाँ लगेगा, इन कहाँ लगेगा, चारों ऑप्शन डाल डाल के देख के एक आदि तो सही निकल ही जाता है. आरसी और वोकैबुलरी इज डिफिकल्ट. देन कम्स, व्हाट डज दैट मीन? डोमेन मीन्स व्हाट? अरे your main subjects, yes, your technical knowledge is your domain knowledge. Why I have used the word domain? Domain becomes specific to that person. भाई तुम इलेक्ट्रिकल के हो तो तुम इलेक्ट्रिकल डोमेन की बात करोगे, तुम मैकेनिकल के हो तो तुम मैकेनिकल डोमेन की बात करोगे. डोमेन मीन्स which subject do you belong to. Got it? Second comes in soft skill training, wherein all these rest of the part which you were talking about comes in: group discussion, mock interviews, extemporaries, presentations, debates, panel discussions. This keeps on happening. This is the second part. If you clear your written test, you get to be a part of mostly interviews in case of computer science. Computer science companies do not look for GDs, but fire, mechanical, electrical, they ask for GDs. So we people teach you that as well. We actually come in this auditorium and we have a GD here. Mostly fire people, 80% of the companies ask for GD. Presentations and extemporaries happens in computer science, EC and electrical. Mechanical and civil, there are directly interviews. But that will only happen if you clear your written test. Written test, में एक चीज मैं बताना भूल गई. It's a sectional cutoff test. What do you mean by that? 3 सेक्शन दिख रहे हैं उसमें, तीनों में पास होना जरूरी है. तो हम कहाँ फंसने वाले हैं? अभी तो सोचो, अभी इस वक्त सोचो कि तुम फंसोगे तो कहाँ फंसोगे? सर, मैडम, मैं सालों से इंडक्शन ले रही हूँ. Every time this is the only answer I get, verbal ability. I don't know why. Anyways, so coming to this, in case you pass the written test, you will be going through these kinds of second round, maybe direct interviews. Interview might be technical, will be technical definitely, or might not be an HR interview. Got it? Other than that, the specialities which we deal with is counseling, expert lectures, activity workshops, mirror practice, motivational interactions. ये सब मैं कराती रहती हूँ. ये सब additional. इसके अलावा जो main आप लोगों को हम कराते हैं वो first and second part है. So there is a team, my team, who takes care of your aptitude part. I myself take care of the verbal ability part, in which, this entire soft skill training part, me and 2 of my friends. So we are the people who will be dealing with all of you in this regards. Other than this, any kind of personality development training, we keep on giving in the entire career of your 4 years. So wherever you feel you lack, बस एक बात ध्यान रखना, you are so many in numbers, by your face we will not be able to know where you lack. We'll not be like, you will not come and see your, छाती फाड़ के नहीं देखने वाले कि तुम में क्या कमी है. So you will have to reach out to us in case you know. See, today you're sitting here, I know you know where you lack. But you will not say that here, even if I ask. But you come in my cabin, you tell me, ma'am, हम यहाँ कमजोर हैं, हम क्या करें? जो चीजें personality related होगी, मैं उसे आखिरी की सेमेस्टर में 3 महीने में चेंज नहीं कर सकती. ऐसे छूमंतर नहीं है मेरे पास. If in case it is related to your studies and everything, we still can do about that. But if you're talking about personality development, it happens over the time. मैं ऐसा बोल दूँ कल इंग्लिश सीख जाओ तो आप नहीं सीख पाओगे. So you will have to give yourself time. Think of the fact when you are supposed to come to Pooja ma'am's cabin. All right? भाई ये चलता ही नहीं है तुम्हारा. Okay. So 4 crores का एक ही बंदा है हमारा. Other than that, 18 lakhs was the highest package which we received in Fire Technology and Safety Engineering Department for GAIL, which is the central government job. Overall, 23 में there were 401 placements as of now. Higher studies, off campus, went down and down and down. 18-19 में अच्छा था higher studies का. These days we are seeing students are not looking for higher studies. Subhe Prakash sir was talking about why you are looking for jobs. सही तो था. If you get a job, you stop studying. This is the time when you study. And learning is like lifelong learning. So if you go for M.Tech or MS or IIM, say MBA, you should definitely pursue that if your family or you yourself allow that for. That should be your first priority. पर हमारे यहाँ ऐसा होता है कि 4 साल के बाद बस प्लेसमेंट चाहिए, पढ़ाई नहीं करनी है. इसीलिए ये ग्राफ ऊपर जाता जा रहा है और हमारा हायर स्टडीज का ग्राफ नीचे जाता जा रहा है. Even for that matter, entrepreneurs. 23 में there is not even a single entrepreneur as of now. See, 23 अभी चल रहा है. Entrepreneur बनने में इंसान को समय लगता है. So probably in my next induction program, which I'll be showing it to your juniors, I might have some numbers here. But as of now, we do not have any entrepreneur. So we know that. Before that, 16.5 lakhs was for Value Labs, computer science. 15.17 lakhs was IOCL, fire technology. 7.95 lakhs was Reliance Fire Technology. 12 lakhs was computer science, Value Labs. So going towards this, if I want to tell you, maximum companies abhi jo aa rahi hain with an average package of 4.5. So even if you get the least of the company, you get to see that you yourself has to be at least a 4.5 ka package aapko dikh raha hai. Only thing is, you don't get selected. So in the last year, we had 89 companies visited. Overall, 89 companies visited. We still have only 49% of selection. So कमी colleges की तरफ से या placement की तरफ से नहीं है, कमी students की तरफ से. They were also 4 years back sitting like you guys. They did not listen to us. They thought, like some people over here are still thinking that they are smarter than me, and that's why they are on their mobile phones and they are not looking at me. See, I follow, I don't care attitude. Why? Because this is career. At this point of time, if you guys are not understanding what you're supposed to do, you have just come aimlessly blind. जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि entrance gate देखकर हम लोग आँख बंद करके आ गए. ऐसे आए हो तो you'll not reach anywhere. You should have a goal. अगर कोई ऐसा सोच रहा है कि मैं तो अभी फर्स्ट ईयर में हूँ, मुझे अभी से गोल बनाने की क्या जरूरत है, you are absolutely wrong. There are numerous people who have already thought what they are going to do. And you guys, if you are not thinking anything, you are definitely going to be behind. So जो 49% selection है, वो इसलिए है because the students are not capable of getting selected. फिलहाल 49 to 50% selection जो अभी हमारा है 23 बैच का, मैं बता रही हूँ 24 का अभी चल रहा है. Those who are in 7th semester right now. 24 के लिए कल ही Goldman Sachs कंपनी आई है with a 10 lakh का पैकेज which has come up with a 70% criteria. प्रॉब्लम वहाँ है कि हमारा 30-40% तो वो क्राइटेरिया में भी बाहर हो जाते हैं. होगा. Those who are still thinking about my eligibility criteria words, अभी भी उनके माइंड में ये चल रहा है कि मेरा 10th और 12th खराब हुआ है, मैं क्या करूँगा. अगर नहीं चल रहा है, so then you don't deserve to be an engineer. You should have that thought in your mind कि बॉस अब हमारा क्या होगा. And that curiosity will take you to my cabin and then I will give you the solution. कि क्या कर सकते हैं. May or may not have a solution. I'm not promising anything. Because that's the company's criteria. Nobody can do anything about it. There was a time, there was a person who got selected in Vedanta. They asked for document verification after you get selected. Once you get selected in your interview, you get a confirmation letter that you've been selected. पहले हमारे पास आता है, फिर आपके पास आता है. After that, they ask for your documents so that तुमने कुछ stupidity तो नहीं करी है while registering. Or maybe you have given false information. In that case, the document verify होता है. Obviously, everywhere होता है, right? ऐसे case में after your document verification happens, you see, they see that you have given some false information for XYZ reasons, you get rejected. One student who was selected for Vedanta got rejected because of that. Selected कैसे हो गया Vedanta में? He filled false information. Though he is not claiming that, even we are not claiming that, but according to the company it was false. He said that I did correct and the system took the answer. He said that I entered 59% only, but the system still took the registration and that's how it happened. So the boy, for us, my students are the best, so I will always say, nahi, haan, mera bachcha sahi bol raha hai. But the company still said no. As by default, in your mark sheet it is 59%, we had given the eligibility criteria long back, we cannot take you. Other than this, I want to say that we have one student, one placement policy. You might have heard of it. Yes? We'll talk about that as well. Packages ho gaya? We all know what are our recruiters. Do we know or do we not know? रिक्रूटर्स मतलब जो कंपनीज आपको विजिट करती है. इसमें आपके पास काफी सारे क्वेश्चंस होंगे. I'll answer your questions only rather than showing these logos to you. But these are some of the good companies which come in our college. These are our prominent alumni. Alumna पता है ना क्या होता है? Very good. So we have IPS science all over the world. I'm very proud to say that I have a person who is in Atomic Research Center as well, in Amazon as well, ISRO as well, Google as well, Indian Army as well, and companies like Oracle and JP Morgan who do not deliver to India, those people as well. That's it. All right, guys. I have 10 minutes more. I need questions so that next time, जब आप लोग मेरे पास आए मुझे आपका फेस याद हो. Ask question. I know you guys have. Once I am been done, I will be completing this lecture and I'll be walking through that. तब आप लोग सब मेरे पीछे पीछे आओगे. ये मेरा last 10 साल का experience कह रहा है. Rather than that, बेशरम होकर अभी पूछो. So I can answer you properly. Yes, dear. Yes, I'm so sorry. One student, one placement policy. Okay, listen to me, guys. We as a faculty or central placement cell as a member of CPC, they all want, we all get selected, right? हम किसी एक बच्चे के साथ bias नहीं हो सकते. Now, if there is a person who is selected in a company, if I talk about department-wise, there are different things which you need to understand. Let's say you belong to a computer science job background, you belong to a civil background. A company आती है which is a computer science company, and it is letting sit everybody and civil computer science. So civil वाले ने apply किया, civil वाला select हो गया. He was very good with coding. Computer science में लगता क्या है सिवाय coding के कुछ भी नहीं. तो coding में उसका he was very good with coding. So ये computer science का बच्चा भी select हो गया, ये भी select हो गया. फिर next company आती है L&T. L&T comes in only for civil. तो मुझे इसको बैठने देना चाहिए या नहीं? नहीं बैठने देना चाहिए. बैठने देना चाहिए. आपने आपके जीवन के 4 साल कंप्यूटर साइंस में कोडिंग करते हुए निकाले. उस बच्चे ने अपने जीवन के 4 साल सिविल में तैयारी करते हुए निकाला. उसके अलावा उसका एडिशनल स्किल था कि वो तुमसे बेटर कोडिंग कर पाया, इसलिए वो सिविल का होके भी सिलेक्ट हुआ. अब सिविल की कंपनी, कोर कंपनी उसके लिए आई है, तो मुझे उसको बैठने देना चाहिए नहीं? So that's the concept. One student, one placement policy allows for the person who was selected in computer science will not be able to sit in another computer science company. But for example, जैसे यहाँ है, वैसे अगर ये बच्चा, he is very good with marketing. Though he is very good with coding, he got selected in a computer science company. But he is very good with marketing. He knows how to fool people. That is the job of marketing. He knows how to fool people. And Byju's comes in, which is a marketing company. For a 10 lakh package, he got selected for a 4.5 lakh package. If he is asking to sit, should I ask him to sit? So one student, one placement policy follows only for department, same department. Like if he is selected in a computer science company, he will not be allowed to sit in any other computer science company. If he is selected in civil company, he will not be allowed to sit in any other civil company. But if it's an inter-branch, which usually happens for the 6 departments, not for computer science. Computer science की यही एक problem है. Computer science की जो companies आती है, वो computer science के साथ दूसरों को तो बिठाती है, लेकिन जो दूसरी companies आती है, वो computer science वालों को नहीं बिठाती. तो वैसे केस में computer science को मैं हमेशा यही बोलती हूँ that focus on your own good software company, you will get wonderful jobs. And for the people who are from core, I always ask them, your first priority should be your core. Why? Because you have given your 4 years of your life. And I'm sure if you have selected civil, if you have selected electrical, if you have selected chemical, you had something in your mind at the time and that's why you selected that. Yes or no? So for the people who are aimless, they don't know which branch to know, they listen to what people say and then they come to computer science. Most of the time, ऐसा ही हो रहा है. But those who have really got good, wonderful coding skills, So that's why I'm trying to explain this as per the student, as per the requirement, and as per the situation. I change that. Whether that student should be sitting in that college or not, company in the or not. Okay? So one student, one placement will be followed by me or anybody when you are in the department, you are a part of the department, and you have been selected in that department. Other than that, there is an exception. Even for a computer science student, you got selected in a 4.5 lakh package. But suddenly, Value Labs comes in, 16.5 lakhs. Obviously for CS, 16.5 lakhs. It will come as a dream status. What will it say? Dream status. Dream status is not a status decided by you, it's decided by us. So if we see that it's a wonderful company to work with and has got a very good package, at that point of time, we put that as a dream status company, and in the dream status company, every student who is placed can apply for that. Why we do that? Because अगर हम ये सोचते रहें कि 10 लाख की कंपनी में बैठूंगा, इसलिए हम पुरानी सारी कंपनी, छोटी छोटी सारी कंपनी छोड़ दे, तो हमारा बच्चा अनप्लेस्ड रह जाएगा. इसलिए हम आपको ये ऑप्शन देते हैं कि बॉस, अभी जो पहली कंपनी आ रही है उसमें बैठ जा, सिलेक्ट हो जा. फिर जब बड़ी कंपनी आएगी, ऑब्वियसली 4.5 वाले को मैं 6 लाख के पैकेज में नहीं बैठने दूंगी. Neither will it come for a dream company. But अगर 10 लाख से ऊपर का है, if there is a legitimate difference between the package, that's when we decide whether we should let this place student sit or not. All right? कोई confusion? This is called one student, one placement. See, generally every student will have only one placement, but these exceptions with an asterisk sign will always be there. Because we want, क्या होता है, अब जैसे 8th सेमेस्टर तक पहुंच गए, कुछ चंक ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स है जो हर कंपनी में बैठ के रिजेक्ट ही हो गए, और फिर भी हमारे पास कंपनीज आए जा रही हैं, तो भाई हमें तो उस कंपनी को केटर करना है ना. तो तब ऐसे केस में हम उसको क्या करेंगे, ले चल भाई प्ले स्टूडेंट को ही ले जा, फिर लेट द प्ले स्टूडेंट डिसाइड विच कंपनी ही वांट्स टू गो. ऐसा. Got it? So the people who are unplaced till the end of 7th semester, it is clearly the problem with the student. Because by the time end semester, 7th semester finish होता है, अच्छे से लेके थर्ड क्लास सारी कंपनीज आके जा चुकी होती है. आप सभी में बैठे हुए होंगे, सभी में आपने ट्राई किया होगा, किसी में आपने रिटर्न निकाला, किसी में आपने इंटरव्यू नहीं निकाला, किसी में आपने इंग्लिश में कोचिंग किया, किसी में आपने एप्टी में बाहर हो गए, कुछ भी हो सकता है. शुरुआती कंपनीज में बैठने से ये भी आपको मालूम पड़ेगा कि आप किस लेवल पर हो. Say for example, in our company we have an MOU signed, in our college we have an MOU signed with 2 companies of computer science, which is Hexaware and Capgemini. Hexaware comes in for 4 and 6 lakhs, Capgemini comes in for 4.5 and 7.5. दो अलग अलग पैकेज के लिए आती है. उसका मतलब ये है कि फॉर एग्जाम्पल दिस पर्सन सिट्स इन द कंपनी कैपजेमिनी, 4.5 के लिए तक ये बच्चा प्रॉपर बहुत अच्छा, इसने टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू दिया है, सिलेक्ट हो गया. जो इंटरव्यूअर है वो ये सोचेगा यार ये 4.5 से ज़्यादा अच्छा कर सकता है, उसके लिए एक अलग से इंटरव्यू प्रिपेयर करेगा. कंपनी का डिस्क्रिप्शन है, कॉलेज कुछ नहीं करता उसमें. आप 4.5 में सिलेक्टेड हो, लेकिन उनमें कुछ इंटरव्यूज बहुत अच्छे गए होंगे, टेक्निकल, हाँ, नॉन टेक्निकल. टेक्निकल इंटरव्यू अगर बहुत अच्छे गए, उन बच्चों को वो फिर से एक थोड़ा सा हाई लेवल ऑफ इंटरव्यू लेकर, शायद प्रॉबेबली आपको कोड बनाने को दे दे, कंपाइल करने को दे दे, कुछ भी करने को दे दे, वो आपको फिर से एक इंटरव्यू लेगा. उस इंटरव्यू में अगर आप सिलेक्ट हो जाते हो तो दे ऑफर यू द हायर पैकेज. अगर वो रिजेक्ट हो जाते हो तो आप 4.5 पे रह जाओगे. So this way Hexaware and Capgemini comes in. Why these are the companies we am talking about specifically? Because these are the companies with which हमने contract sign किया है, that these companies will be our day one companies. What do you mean by the word day one companies? The first company is coming to our college. तो उन्हें क्या चाहिए कि छटे हुए बच्चे नहीं चाहिए, उन्हें क्रीम स्टूडेंट्स लेके जाना है. इस चीज का उन्होंने कॉन्ट्रैक्ट साइन किया. इसके बदले वो हमें क्या दे रहे हैं, हम उन्हें अपने क्रीम बच्चे दे रहे हैं. इसके बदले वो हमें क्या दे रहे हैं, नहीं पैकेज तो तुम लोग ले जा रहे हो, कॉलेज को क्या मिल रहा है, नहीं, कोई फंडिंग नहीं होती है, कोई कंपनी फंड से नहीं आती है इस कॉलेज में या किसी भी कॉलेज में. नहीं, the okay, कोई और मुगालते नहीं. The MOU which signs, they say that yes, we will give you cream cup students. I mean, the college says we give you our cream students only if you take more than 100 students in the company. So they come for a bulk recruitment for 100 to 150 students in a single go. Last to last year तक हम लोग कैपजेमिनाई में 100-125 बच्चे दे देते थे और वो खुश थी, हम भी खुश थे. अभी पिछले 2 साल से we are not even able to keep our own words of giving 100 students because बच्चे select ही नहीं हो रहे. Why I am trying to tell you this is, the only reason why they were not selected is because they did not think about what they are supposed to do from day one of their college. Suddenly 6th semester में जाकर नींद खुलती है, पूजा मैम ये करा दो, पूजा मैम पूजा मैम कोई जादूगर नहीं है. और कोई भी फैकल्टी, इवन टेक्निकल फैकल्टी, आपको 3 महीने के अंदर वो नहीं सिखा पाएगा जो आपने पिछले 3 साल में सीखा हो. It's impossible. So all you have to do is to make sure if you want to get placed, start studying from day one for all those areas. That's why I put it in the induction program itself कि आपको आपके सारे जाले क्लियर हो जाए कि बॉस मुझे किस एरिया में फोकस करने की जरूरत है, क्या क्या पूछा जाएगा. किसी बड़े भैया ने बोल दिया ऐसे प्लेस हो जाएंगे तो जा IPS में नौकरी लगा, जॉब कर, बी कर ले, तो ऐसे किसी भी मुगालतों में आप ना रहें. और अगर हिमांशु का 4 करोड़ का पैकेज लग गया है ये सोचकर हम इस कॉलेज में आए हैं, तो उतनी मेहनत आपको करनी पड़ी. उसने बहुत मेहनत करी. उसकी मेहनत मतलब कभी आप मिलेंगे तो फ्री में बताऊंगी आपको मैं, बट उसने बहुत अलग मेहनत करी है. एंड फ्रॉम डे वन ऐसा ही नहीं है. हिज ड्रीम वॉज टू गेट इनटू टेस्ला. हिज आइडल इज इलॉन मस्क. इसीलिए उसने उस कंपनी को चूज किया था. और वो सिंस डे वन, मैम मैं तो क्लास भी अटेंड नहीं करूंगा, मेरे को तो इसकी तैयारी करनी है. उसे जबरदस्ती क्लास बुलाते थे कि भैया अटेंडेंस भी जरूरी है. So the point is, nobody in the college will be able to get you placed. Nobody in the central placement cell will be able to get you placed unless you, मतलब कंपनी देना हमारा काम है. वहां जाकर प्लेस हम तुम्हारी तरफ से इंटरव्यू नहीं दे सकते, हम तुम्हारी तरफ से रिटर्न नहीं दे सकते. So पहली बात तो तुम्हें मेहनत करनी होगी रिटर्न पे. 80% बच्चे तो बाहर वहीं हो जाते हैं, फिर इंटरव्यू तक तो बहुत ही कम पहुंचते. इसीलिए तो कंप्यूटर साइंस में GD क्यों नहीं लिया जाता है? Why? Because रिटर्न इतना हार्ड होता है, रिटर्न ही क्लियर नहीं कर पाती पब्लिक. तो यूजुअली GD क्यों होता है? The basic reason of GD, you know group discussion? GD is group discussion. The basic reason of taking a GD is to eliminate bulk of people together. एक साथ 20 बच्चों का GD कराया, कुछ बेवकूफी हुई, 20 के 20 बाहर. तो आसानी से उन लोगों को एलिमिनेट करने में आसानी होती है. ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं ना इसलिए, और उनको लेके कम जाना रहता है इसलिए. लेकिन कंप्यूटर साइंस में उनको इसकी, जबकि कंप्यूटर साइंस के स्टूडेंट्स फायर से ज्यादा होते हैं, लेकिन कंप्यूटर साइंस में उनको क्यों जरूरत नहीं पड़ती है? क्योंकि वो रिटर्न में ही बाहर हो चुके होते हैं. इफ दे हैव मेड वन कोड, स्टूडेंट्स थिंक आई कैन डू एवरीथिंग. अरे एप्लीकेशन और कोड्स बनाना तो आज कॉमर्स का स्टूडेंट भी कर लेता है, कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है. जाओ गीक्स फॉर गीक्स पे 15 दिन में सीख लो, कोई भी कोड कर सकता है. इसलिए मैंने शुरुआत में बोला था, कोडिंग स्किल्स इज नॉट द रिक्वायरमेंट. कोडिंग स्किल्स एवरीबडी कैन हैव. 3 महीने का कोर्सेरा का कोर्स करूंगी मैं, तुमसे अच्छी कोडिंग करने लग जाऊंगी. फाइनल ईयर स्टूडेंट की वजह बात कर रही हूँ मैं. सो कोडिंग स्किल्स इज नॉट. एक्सीलेंट कोडिंग स्किल्स विथ क्रिएटिविटी विल टेक यू टू द कंपनीज. अदरवाइज वही मोनोटोनस जॉब करना है तो 3.5 4.5 वाली कंपनी बढ़िया है. जाओ करो, जावा सीख रहे हैं, पाइथन सीख रहे हैं, ब्लॉकचेन सीख रहे हैं, डेटा साइंस कर रहे हैं. जो प्रकाश सर ने बोला वो बहुत सही बोला था. कुछ इनोवेटिव करोगे तो आगे बढ़ोगे, अदरवाइज नहीं. बिकॉज यू हैव अ कॉम्पिटिशन टू योर ओन कॉलीग्स. इतने बैठे हैं यहाँ पर, इतने हमारे 150 बचे हुए कॉलेजेस में भी है ना. और कंपनी सबके लिए आती है. अब हमारे यहाँ मैक्सिमम टचवुड अच्छी बात है कि क्लोज्ड कैंपस आती है, यानी IPS के स्टूडेंट्स को ही लेके जाती है, उन्हीं के लिए बल्क रिक्रूटमेंट आता है. That's a good thing because we have that much of reputation with the companies, which might or might not be the same after 2 years from now, considering the degradation in the number of students placed. So overall my aim was not to मतलब scare you off, but just to show you the mirror. कि see yourself where you stand. If you are looking for placements, even if you are looking for, हम ये जो पढ़ाते हैं ना guys, I'm talking about higher studies, competitive examinations, फलाना डिमका, PSU, SSC, जो भी है UPSC, MPPSC, बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग होंगे जो इस तरह से भी जॉब्स में जाना चाहते हैं, गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स चाहते हैं, राइट? कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन देना चाहते हैं, गेट दे के एमटेक करना चाहते हैं, है नहीं है? कोई है नहीं है ना? सो वैसे केस में जो ये हम लोग सेशंस लेते हैं और जो हम पढ़ाते हैं रिटन टेस्ट के लिए, वो उसी लेवल का होता है. GRE लेवल की इंग्लिश पढ़ाती हूँ मैं. GRE यू नो, MS देने के लिए जो एग्जाम होती है, दैट्स कॉल्ड GRE और मे बी IELTS और TOEFL. I have cleared all 3 in 2009. So I myself take care of that part. Other than that, aptitude जो हम लोग पढ़ाते हैं, जो लेवल का मेरी टीचर्स, मेरी फैकल्टीज आपको पढ़ाती हैं, वो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन का लेवल का ही होता है, और प्लेसमेंट में उससे आसान ही पूछते हैं. तो इसलिए हम जो पढ़ाते हैं, यानी मेरे रीडिंग कॉम्प्रहेंशन के पैसेजेस अगर आप देखेंगे तो वो सब GRE के हैं. In the first time you might not even understand whether this language is actually English or alien. इस लेवल की इंग्लिश रहती है, क्योंकि GRE is GRE. तो वो जब मैं आपको पढ़ाऊंगी तो ऑब्वियसली उससे ईजियर लेवल के प्लेसमेंट्स में क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं. तो कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशंस हमारा टारगेट रहता है, चाहे वो गेट हो, चाहे वो कैट हो, और दूसरी जो हमारी नई नई PSUs हुई हैं वो हो, वो हमारा टारगेट रहता है, और उसके चलते हम लोग प्लेसमेंट कराते हैं. यानी कोर्स हमारा जो लेसन प्लान हम तैयार करते हैं वो उससे रिलेटेड होता है, और जो लेवल हो जाता है वो उसके रिलेटेड हो जाता है, जिसके चलते आप लोग प्लेसमेंट आसानी से निकाल सकते हैं. द ओनली थिंग इज यू शुड बी अटेंटिव, दैट्स इट. ऑलराइट, सो वी नो वेयर वी स्टैंड. वी शुड हैव अ गोल बाय द टाइम यू लीव दिस एरिया राइट नाउ, कि भाई मुझे क्या करना है. ओके, एंड इफ देयर आर एनी इश्यूज विद रिगार्ड्स टू एलिजिबिलिटी एंड क्राइटेरिया, जिस चीज का अभी फिलहाल आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते, उसके ऊपर डिस्कशन करने से कोई मतलब नहीं है. जो हो गया सो हो गया, दैट्स व्हाई आई कॉल्ड इट एज पाप. 10वीं 12वीं में जो करना था कर लिया, अब आगे क्या करना है उसके बाद करेंगे हम, ठीक है? बट राइट नाउ व्हाट यू शुड बी फोकसिंग ऑन मोर इज योर एप्टी, वर्बल एंड डोमेन लैंग्वेज. रिटन क्लियर करना शुड बी योर फर्स्ट एम. एनी कंफ्यूजन? 5 minutes to go. Yes sir. Guys, stand up. मतलब बोला स्टैंड अप तो रुकने का क्यों? सिट. यस, कहां गए?
Ma'am, should we prepare for company or we have to go for competitive examination?
ना मुझे नौकरी मिलने वाली है, ना तुम मुझे कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशन में अपनी सीट देने वाले हो. तो अगर आप ये सोचकर आए हो कि मुझे नौकरी करनी है, सी योर फाइनेंशियल्स, योर फैमिली, ये सब चीजें भी मैटर करती है. तो अगर आप जैसे मेरी तरह, आई न्यू ऑल दीज थिंग्स, स्टिल आई न्यू आफ्टर BE I had to go for a job because of family reasons. So there will be some people like that. ऐसे केस में yes you should go for placements definitely. But if you have an option कि अगर मैं ना कमाऊं 4 साल बाद और मैं और आगे पढ़ सकता हूं, और आपको अगर इंटरेस्ट है, then you should pursue higher studies. कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशंस में 2 चीज होती है, हायर स्टडीज भी होती है और गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स भी लगती है. अब उसमें तीसरी बात यही है, इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ गवर्नमेंट जॉब देन ऑब्वियसली कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जामिनेशंस की तैयारी करनी पड़ेगी. कंप्यूटर साइंस वालों को गवर्नमेंट जॉब मिलती नहीं है. कितने हैं यहाँ पे CS वाले? अरे रेज योर हैंड्स मैन. वेरी सॉरी टू हियर दैट. So nobody from electrical, civil, mechanical? अच्छा, ऑडी 1 में है, तो ये सिर्फ CS है. ओके, पहले बोलना चाहिए था. वेरी सॉरी टू हियर दैट. नो नो नो, नथिंग लाइक दैट. इट्स जस्ट दैट प्रॉब्लम ये हो रहा है बेटा कि the chunk, you yourself understand the fact guys, the chunk of students increasing in computer science. एक कंपनी अगर आप चलाते हो और आपको बंदे हायर करने, अब आपको पता है कि भीड़ लगी हुई है बाहर, तो आपको फिल्टराइजेशन प्रॉपर करना ही पड़ेगा ना यार। सोचिए आप अगर उस कंपनी में के ओनर हैं और आपको 4 बंदे चाहिए और इतनी बड़ी भीड़ लगी है, तो वो 4 बंदे को हायर करने के लिए उसको उसका फिल्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस हार्ड करना ही पड़ेगा। दिस इज बिजनेस, कोई चैरिटी करने तो बैठा नहीं है वो। अब तुम खुद सोचो कि पूरी 150 के बच्चे मेरे यहाँ पर, सिर्फ मेरी क्लास में, अभी तो फिलहाल मैं मेरी इसकी बात कर रही हूँ, कम कॉलेज की, तो इसीलिए फिल्ट्रेशन प्रोसेस हार्ड होती चली जा रही है और बच्चे ओवर कॉन्फिडेंस में डिग्रेड होते चले जा रहे हैं। बाहर आपको मार्केट में ऐसा बोल दिया जाता है CS लोगे तो जॉब लग जाएगी, बस इसलिए हमने CS ले लिया। अगर इस एम से आप आए हो गाइस, तो सेकेंड ईयर में ब्रांच चेंज कर लेना। क्यों? क्योंकि लिटरली कंप्यूटर साइंस में वही बच्चा एक्सेल कर सकता है जो दिल से इंटरेस्ट रखता हो CS में जाने का। आई एम फ्रॉम एन इलेक्ट्रिकल बैकग्राउंड, आई वेंट फॉर IBM because I was crazy about coding. I couldn't get, at that point of time we had very less colleges, so I couldn't get CS. I am a student of IPS Academy, just to let you know guys, 2007 pass out. Okay, so IPS में, yes बेटा।
मैम एक क्वेश्चन तो ये है कि हम कितनी जल्दी से जल्दी जॉब ग्रैब कर सकते हैं, और दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि मैं क्या मतलब कोई भी नहीं चाहेगा कि वो हमेशा ही एक जॉब ही करता रहे, किसी के नीचे काम ही करता रहे, अनटिल अनलेस थोड़ा अच्छा हो, उसको अच्छा एनवायरनमेंट मिले, उसको थोड़ा कंफर्टेबल फील हो, तो जॉब लेने के बाद भी आगे कैसे बढ़ सकते हैं?
Sit. फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या पूछा? थर्ड ईयर में आपको 6 सेमेस्टर में चाबी भरने लग जाऊंगी मैं कि बेटा प्लेसमेंट आ रहा है, प्लेसमेंट आ रहा है, प्लेसमेंट आ रहा है, प्लेसमेंट आ रहा है, ठीक है। 7 सेमेस्टर में अगस्त, जैसे अभी मैंने बताया, अभी 24 के प्लेसमेंट शुरू हो गए। अभी आज क्या तारीख है? 4th है, 4th ऑफ सितंबर है। 4 कंपनीज कंप्यूटर साइंस की आके चली गई। सो अगस्त या 7, यानी अगस्त मतलब 7 सेमेस्टर तक जब आप पहुंचोगे, तब तक में आपकी कंपनी आपके लिए आ जाएगी, और 1 महीने के अंदर या 15 दिन के अंदर आपको रिजल्ट आ जाएगा वेदर यू आर सिलेक्टेड और नॉट, ठीक है। लेकिन आपको BE कंप्लीट करना जरूरी है। सो जॉब लगेगी, टू आंसर योर क्वेश्चंस, आफ्टर योर engineering. So you might be completing your engineering in the month of June, whatever year it is, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 में करोगे? June 27 should be your final year. So July 27 should be your joining date. So as soon as that, खासकर जो on campus placements होता है, the moment you complete your degree, you get the joining letter. वो उसी हिसाब से आते हैं, मुझसे पहले फोन करके पूछते हैं तुम्हारी एग्जाम कब है फाइनल ईयर की। Doing jobs no matter how many people they are under in, कि भैया मैनेजर, पहले हम एग्जीक्यूटिव लेवल पे थे तब हमारे ऊपर 2 TL थे, अब TL लेवल पे आ गए तो हमारे ऊपर 2 मैनेजर आ गए, मैनेजर लेवल पे आएंगे तब हमारे ऊपर जनरल मैनेजर आ जाएंगे। द हायरार्की नेवर एंड्स, हमेशा, अनलेस यू बिकम द सेंटर हेड और मे बी द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी, तब तक आपके ऊपर कोई ना कोई तो रहेगा। सो इफ यू लाइक टू वर्क, यू कैन डू दैट फॉर द रेस्ट ऑफ योर लाइफ, बट कंप्यूटर साइंस प्राइवेट नौकरियां मिलेगी 40 से 45 के बाद, हाइक मिलना मुश्किल हो जाता है अगर आप जूनियर लेवल पर रह गए हैं। तो अगर आपने अगले 10 साल के अंदर मैनेजिंग पोजीशन मतलब पहुंच गए, जैसे BE लगने कंप्लीट होने के बाद 10 इयर्स के अंदर आप इस तरीके की पोजीशन आपने हायर कर ली है जहां पे 40 क्रॉस करने के बाद भी रहा जा सकता है, यानी हायर मैनेजमेंट ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वैसे केस में यू विल बी एबल टू स्टिल सिट देयर फॉर अनदर 5-7 इयर्स। बट 50 के ऊपर कोई भी IT कंपनी किसी भी बंदे को नहीं रखती, अनलेस ही इज द ओनर ऑफ द कंपनी। दे वांट यंग पीपल। ऐसे में अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि या तो 1 सेकेंड बेटा, अगर आपको ऐसा लगता है कि मैं 40 के बाद नौकरी नहीं कर पाऊंगा, तो आप आज से, यानी जिस दिन आप सिलेक्ट हुए हैं उस दिन से लेकर सब पैसा बचाने लग जाओ, क्योंकि एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना है तो इन्वेस्टमेंट तो लगेगी। तो जिस दिन से आपकी सैलरी मिलना शुरू हो जाए उस दिन से आप पैसा बचाओ कि मेरे को 40 के बाद नौकरी नहीं करनी है, मुझे अपना बिजनेस स्टार्ट करना है, पैसा लगेगा उसके लिए, सीधी। तो अगर ये आप पे डिपेंड करता है कि आप क्या करना चाहते हो। कुछ लोग होते हैं जो बोलते हैं 50 साल तक नौकरी करूंगा, उसमें पैसा सेव करके उसके बाद रिटायर्ड लाइफ जीऊंगा, ऐसा भी होता है। यूजुअली गर्ल्स ऐसा कर सोचती हैं, बट बंदे अगर चाहें तो अगर किसी के नीचे काम करना पसंद नहीं है आपको, जैसा कि सर ने बोला, वैसे केस में आपको आज से स्टार्ट कर देना, यानी जिस दिन से आप सिलेक्ट होंगे उस दिन से स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए कि भाई पैसा बचाओ ताकि अपन अपना खुद का नौकरी मतलब अपना खुद का बिजनेस खोलें और हमें किसी के नीचे काम करने की जरूरत ना। ठीक है, और उसके लिए पहले सिलेक्ट होना जरूरी है क्योंकि इन्वेस्टमेंट हमारे पास नहीं है। अगर इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो फिर तो कोई टेंशन ही नहीं है, वो तो मैंने आपको शुरुआत में ही बोल दिया था। इफ यू ऑलरेडी हैव एन आइडिया और एन इन्वेस्टमेंट और अ होम बिजनेस which you want to carry on, then in that case you don't need me. But if you want first to do job just to take the investment for another 5-7 years, आजकल मैक्सिमम पब्लिक यही सोच रही है। कल ही मेरे पास एक स्टूडेंट आया था, इलेक्ट्रिकल का स्टूडेंट था। मैम मैं अभी से बोल रहा है, वो 3rd ईयर में है, वो अभी से बोल रहा है मैडम मैं अगले 3 साल अच्छी जगह नौकरी करना चाहता हूँ, उसके बाद मैं, वो पिछले 1st ईयर से वो कैट की तैयारी कर रहा है। उसको एम था कि मुझे आईआईएम में जाना है, आईआईएम में जाना है। अब आईआईएम में जाना है, नौकरी सिर्फ जॉब ही अकेली चलेगी नहीं क्योंकि आईआईएम का जो फीस है वही बहुत ज़्यादा है, तो मे बी ही वॉज नॉट ओके विद दैट। सो उसने अभी से सोच के रखा है कि मैं बीई करने के 3rd ईयर में, फाइनल ईयर में मेरी नौकरी लग जाएगी, एटलीस्ट 5 लाख का पैकेज चाहिए, मैं इतना बचाऊंगा, 3 साल नौकरी करूंगा, 4थे साल में कैट की एग्जाम दूंगा, फिर मैं आईआईएम में सिलेक्ट हूँगा, फिर 3 साल में आईआईएम में जॉब करूंगा। वहाँ पे जॉब मतलब मिनिमम 48 लाख कहीं भी नहीं है, वहाँ पर जो पैसा बचेगा उसमें से मैं बिजनेस स्टार्ट करूंगा। उसका आइडिया भी है, उसे कॉफ़ी बनानी है, ऑर्गेनिक कॉफ़ी, उसके पास आइडिया भी है, सिर्फ पैसा नहीं है। तो आज वो ही इज इन 3rd ईयर, ही इज थॉट ऑफ दैट बिग प्रोसेस एंड ही हैज कम टू मी, मैम मैं ऐसे ऐसे करूँ क्या? तो सब ऐसा ही सोच रहे हैं, nobody wants to work in this। ये हमारी जो वो थी आपके पहले वाली जनरेशन, उसने खूब सर्विस क्लास में जी लिया, बट नाउ एवरीबडी इज लाइक कि हमें अपना खुद का खोलना है, हमने, इसलिए तो एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप और ये इनोवेशन और इतना सब मोदी साहब कर रहे हैं क्योंकि यूथ यही सोच रहा है। पर आपको, अगर आपके पास पैसा है तो वेल एंड गुड, नहीं है तो इस तरह की कुछ प्लानिंग आपको बनानी पड़ेगी। यस मैम, कुछ पूछ रहे थे? यस सर।
I was asking that how college is gonna help us in off-campus placements.
Off-campus placement is not college. That's why it is off-campus placement.
Ma'am, you told in the beginning, right, that college has a role to play in the off-campus also.
No, I never said that. On-campus placement is the campus placement, which is the campus placement which I'm talking about. Off-campus placement is you directly walking into the company. College is has no role of it. इसलिए आपको numbers कम मिले होंगे क्योंकि कॉलेज कंपनीज एंटरटेन नहीं करती है डायरेक्ट वॉक-इन्स, स्पेसिफिकली कंप्यूटर साइंस कॉलेजेस, कंपनीज, कंप्यूटर साइंस कंपनीज इसीलिए तो प्लेसमेंट कराती है क्योंकि उन्हें एक रेप्यूटेड कॉलेज से बच्चे ले जाना आसान रहता है। अब एक एक बच्चा, अगर आप सब अनप्लेस रह गए और एक एक करके आप उस कंपनी में जाते हो, अब एक एक करके का उसका रिटर्न निकलवाएगा, उसका प्लेसमेंट कराएगा, उसका ट्रेनिंग और उसका इन्वेस्टमेंट, पैसा, टाइम सब लगेगा। इसलिए they do not promote off campus placement. That's why you are seeing less numbers. Off campus placements तब होते हैं जब अगर आप किसी कंपनी को सच में बहुत अच्छे से जानते हैं और आपको लगता है कि यहाँ मैं जाऊँगा तो खड़ा रहूँगा तो भी हो जाएगा सिलेक्ट, तो अच्छी बात है भाई। बाकी जनरल लेवल पे, जनरल मैनर में जो होता है वो यही है कि आप जाते हो, आपको वही पूरी प्रोसेस जो आपने ऑन कैंपस में करी होती है वो ऑफ कैंपस में करनी होती है, और वो ज़्यादा डिफिकल्ट होता है क्योंकि आपको सपोर्ट करने वाला कोई नहीं होता है। यहाँ तो आप आपकी कॉलेज में बैठोगे, यहीं पे रिटर्न दोगे, हम ही लोग आपके आजू बाजू में होंगे, यू विल बी इन योर कंफर्ट जोन व्हेन यू विल बी टेकिंग द टेस्ट्स एंड एवरीथिंग, जो कि वॉक इन में बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है। पहली बात तो वो आपको एंटरटेन ही नहीं करेंगे, दे नॉट इवन लुक एट योर रेज्यूमे, दे विल से रेज्यूम दे और जाओ, इवन इफ देयर इज अ वैकेंसी, because the first preference only happens when it is campus. So off campus mein we do not do any kind of help. Anything else? The girl wants to ask. Pucho beta. Ho gaya? Okay. Anybody else?
Ma'am, I was asking that how to get stuck on a single goal, because I think that in my generation the goal changes day by day. That if my friend is learning coding, then I also have to do that. If he is learning
No,
this,
no, no, no. You are absolutely right. सही बोल रहे हो. Goal changes as per the situation, and this is not new, and this does not only happen with you. It happens with me also. It happens with everybody. हमें suddenly अगर कोई let's say for example मेरी ही क्लास का बच्चा जो मेरे टाइम पे जब मैं इंजीनियरिंग वो और मैं हम साथ में कर रहे थे, वो तबला बजाता था, वो आज निर्वाणा होटल्स का मालिक है। तो मुझे भी लगता होगा ना यार ये मैं कहाँ आईपीएस में जॉब कर रही हूँ यार, हर किसी को लगता है, लेकिन that does not mean you change your goal. Whatever is happening with him. वो कौन बड़े लोग बोलते हैं ना, क्या दूसरों का महल देखकर अपनी झोपड़ी नहीं जलाना चाहिए, क्या बोलते हैं, ऐसा कुछ डायलॉग है ना. तो अगर ऐसा कुछ है तो you should not lose your focus. If you're thinking कि आपको ये करना है, ऑब्वियसली पहले तो वो गोल तब डिसाइड होगा बेटा जब आपका वो इंटरेस्ट का होगा और आपकी कैपेबिलिटी का होगा. गोल तो कोई भी बना सकता है. जैसा मैडम ने बोला, चंद्रयान 2, चंद्रयान 1 सबका गोल बना था, लेकिन सक्सेस नहीं हुआ. तो गोल तो कोई भी बना लेगा, लेकिन आप आपकी कैलिबर तो देखो पहले कहाँ है. अभी फिलहाल तो तुम्हारा शॉर्ट टर्म गोल, हमेशा शॉर्ट टर्म, मैं आज भी शॉर्ट टर्म गोल्स प्रेफर करती हूँ. rather than having a long term goal, you never know things might change in what manner. तो मैंने तो ये चीज़ उसको भी बोली थी, आशुतोष, जो कल मैंने आपको बताया ना पूरी कहानी, जो मैंने बंदा जो IIM MBA कर, उसको भी यही बोला था, बेटा तू सोच रहा है अच्छी बात है, अगर हो जाए तो बहुत भी अच्छी बात है, बट डू नॉट बी completely into that. Always have a plan B, because you never know. If for God's sake something wrong happens in his family, then what? Let's say for example today I'm thinking of I'll get a PhD from falana degree and I'll move to that city. What happens to my family after that? Today if my father is ill, then I'll have to come back. Could be anything. So ऐसा नहीं, short term goal बनाओ. So फिलहाल as a student of first year, your only aim should be to get placed. प्लेसमेंट कहाँ चाहिए ये आपको देखना. अब चूंकि आप कंप्यूटर साइंस को बिलोंग करते हो, आपके पास और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं है, आपको कोडिंग सीखनी पड़ेगी. कोडिंग सीखनी है, C++, जावा, सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान दो. इसके ऊपर ये जो बड़ी बड़ी लैंग्वेजेस हैं, जो फैशनेबल लैंग्वेजेस हैं, इसको तुम करो नहीं करो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. कंपनी चाहे कितनी ट्रेंड्स बदल जाए, आज भी जावा इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट लैंग्वेज इन एवरी डैम कंपनी. वो पढ़ो और एप्टी और इंग्लिश की तैयारी करो. ये तुम्हारा शॉर्ट टर्म गोल होना चाहिए, सीधा सिंपल लैंग्वेज में. अब इससे सिंपल मैं तुमको नहीं करके दे सकती. कुछ समझ आ रहा है? और बोलो. यस बेटा. मैडम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर किसका है? कौन मिलेगा? एक सेकंड बेटा, कौन लेने वाला है? वो आई तो नहीं है ना बाहर, कोई खड़ा तो नहीं है ना? शी इज वेटिंग. हु शी? ओके, 2 minutes. बोलो बेटा.
मैम जैसे कि जॉब तो ठीक बात है, लेकिन जैसे कोई एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप करना चाहता है तो उसमें हमें क्या गाइडेंस मिल सकता है?
क्या
गाइडेंस क्या मिल सकता है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप के लिए?
देखो, आइडिया आपका होना, ठीक है, एग्जीक्यूट कैसे कराना है वो मैं आपको सिखा सकती हूँ. पैसा आपका,
वो तो बात है.
आइडिया आपका, एग्जीक्यूट कैसे करना है वो मैं बता सकती हूँ. सी, जितना मैं एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप को समझती हूँ, सबसे पहले आपको इन्वेस्टर लगेगा. करेक्ट? अगर आपके जेब में पैसा है तो आप खुद इन्वेस्टर हो. नहीं तो यूजुअली क्या होता है, 2 बच्चे हैं, हमारे पास आइडिया है पर हमारे पास पैसा नहीं है, तो आप जाते हो एक इन्वेस्टर के पास. आप उस इन्वेस्टर को अपना आइडिया सेल कैसे करोगे वो मैं आपको सिखाऊंगी, क्योंकि उसे बेचना भी तो है. उसका आइडिया सेल होगा तभी तो सामने वाला पैसा डालेगा, तो वो मैं आपको सिखाऊंगी. फिर उस इन्वेस्टमेंट के बाद में क्या प्रोसेस है, आपको उसकी मार्केटिंग कैसे करनी है, पब्लिसिटी कैसे होगी, पैम्पलेट्स कैसे बनने चाहिए, ये सब मैं आपको बताऊंगी. बट जैसा मैंने आपको बताया, 2 चीज आपकी है, आइडिया और इन्वेस्टमेंट. बाकी पूरी मैं आपको हेल्प करूंगी. एंड दैट आइडिया शुड बी इनोवेटिव. मतलब ऑब्वियसली यार, जो ऑलरेडी चल रहा है, अभी तक जितने भी बच्चे मेरे पास आइडिया लेकर आए हैं, मैक्सिमम ऐसा होता है जो किसी कुछ ऑलरेडी चल रहा होता है उसमें उन्होंने डेल्टा एक्सचेंज कर दिया और लाके बता दिया मैडम हम ये करेंगे. ऐसा नहीं चलता है. और MSME इज द बिगेस्ट थिंग व्हाट MHRD इज डूइंग दिस डेज फॉर यू गाइस. अगर आपका आइडिया अच्छा है तो आपको किसी इन्वेस्टमेंट की भी जरूरत नहीं, सरकार खुद आपको फंड देगी. बट योर आइडिया शुड बी गुड. वहां तक भी आइडिया कैसे पहुंचाना है वो भी हम तुमको हेल्प करेंगे, है ना? तो पैसा और आइडिया आपका, बाकी सब हमारा. ठीक है? बाकी तुम पार्टनरशिप बाद में देना चाहो तो दे सकते हो. एनीबॉडी एल्स? यस डियर. हाँ, नहीं बेटा, कंपनीज बैच वाइज आती है. लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल यू विल बी कंप्लीटिंग योर इंजीनियरिंग इन 2027. सो आपको 26 में या 27 फर्स्ट, मतलब जून 26 में तुम्हारे पास 7 सेमेस्टर में रहोगे तुम लोग, जो भी कैलकुलेशन है, तो वो बैच के बच्चा उसमें बैठ सकता है. फिर अगले साल अगर आपने 8 सेमेस्टर कंप्लीट करने के बाद उस कंपनी में बैठना चाहो तो नहीं बैठ पाओगे, बिकॉज दैट कंपनी विल बी एट दैट टाइम कमिंग फॉर अ 2028 बैच. तो आप जिस बैच के हो आप उस बैच में बैठ सकते हो। कुछ कंपनीज ऐसे आती हैं जो रीसेंट और जो चला गया दोनों के लिए आती हैं, यानी जो अभी फिलहाल 7-6 सेमेस्टर में है और जो 8 सेमेस्टर में, उन दोनों के लिए आती है। तो वो ऐसा लिखा रहेगा 24 एंड 25 बैच, तो दैट अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन अप्लाई। ऑब्वियसली 7 सेमेस्टर लास्ट तक वेट क्यों करना, नहीं आई तो क्या करोगे? यार देखो कंपनी का कोई भरोसा थोड़ी है, और ना ही उन्होंने हमको ऐसा बोल के रखा कि हाँ हम तुमसे बहुत प्यार करते हैं, हम आएंगे आएंगे, नहीं आए तो क्या करोगे? इसलिए कभी भी कोई भी कंपनी ग्रैब करो, अगर सिलेक्ट हो जाते हो तो इट इज वेरी गुड। उसके बाद क्या करना है, वी आर देयर फॉर यू, बट यू शुड ट्राई योर फर्स्ट कंपनी एवरी टाइम। विच एवर इज योर फर्स्ट कंपनी, यू शुड डेफिनेटली ट्राई योर लक ऑन दैट, नॉट लक, योर मेहनत। सिट। एनीथिंग एल्स गाइस? कुछ दिमाग में आ रहा है? बस दैट्स इट। अब कोई मेरे पीछे मत आना। यस डियर। See, I told you. Look, ऐसे होता है। So you are in 6th semester? 5th semester. हाँ, फिर तो क्या परेशानी है? कौन से डिपार्टमेंट को, पहले तो ये बता। दुखी हो गई हूँ मैं CS सुन सुन के। हाँ तो हाँ अच्छा, so you are in 5th semester and you are looking for 7th semester placements ना? हाँ तो क्या प्रॉब्लम कहाँ आ रही है? उसका तो भाई तो कोविड से पास हुए तो 80% होंगे 10वीं 12वीं में। हाँ क्या 63% है? हाँ तो ठीक है ना, एलिजिबल है। देखो 60 हो, 61.1 और 99.9, कंपनी को कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, 60 क्रॉस होना चाहिए। तो बाकी जिसमें 60 है उसमें बैठो ना। यही तो बात है ना, बच्चे मुझसे पूछते मैम कितनी कंपनीज आएंगी। अरे भाई तुम कितनी कंपनी में बैठना है, तुम्हें तो एक ही चाहिए ना, जितनी भी आए, दैट इज द केस। ऑलराइट सर, आप लेने वाले हैं लेक्चर? मैम लेंगी, आ जाइए मैम, इट्स ओके। ऑलराइट गाइस, सी यू नेक्स्ट टाइम। फर्स्ट ईयर सेकेंड ईयर में मिलेंगे हम लोग।
अभी now to enlighten us on literature and literary activities that takes place here, I would like to invite the humanities department of IPS Academy to enlighten us on this topic.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your presence. And once again, welcome to an event, FLAP. That is, you can see on the slide, it's Foreign Language Awareness Program. Now, what if I take you to a journey where it's all about language? And when language is taking its place in the market, in every domain. As we can see, the change is occurring, change in the market. Now, what if I say this change is about globalization, and with this globalization and this reality, there is a connectivity. World is getting closer. Now, what this connectivity has a base? The connectivity has a base with a language. Is that you agree when I say connectivity has a base with language? Do you agree with this? And now, further enlighten this point, I would say as language is a mean or a principle, you can say, or a vital mode of communication. When the world is getting closer, it's all about with the language. And not just one language, it's any, be it your English, French, Japanese, Spanish, Russian. Now, language is taking its place in the world and the market in every domain will be further seen through this PPT. I would like to highlight the French language. I would like to recall once again for myself, as I'm Amit Kaur, I'm French teacher. So I would like to take you to a journey why French is infusing day by day more and more, and you'll be finding it in each and every domain with further bringing an efficiency to your career. Now, let me just recall a word because I really want you to take some words of French. After this event is bonjour to everyone. That says as hello. Can I have a repetition of a word, bonjour? Thank you so much for your participation. Please stay connected. This is very informative and a productive information for you. And this can further enhance your career a lot. So I think you should pay attention for this. Now, when I say, if you could see on the slide, it's 29 Francophone countries. Why did I say Francophone? That means of French-speaking countries. Don't you think it's a very big number when it says 29 countries, French-speaking countries? And that too, some of the countries with the 93% people are speaking French in their own. In every dome, in every field, you would say, be it your business, industries, or small-scale startups, and your service sector as well. Now, these 29 countries, when I say, is not just France, it's not just rest of France. It is also your America, you can say, Canada, Quebec, Montreal, Belgium, Switzerland, and many more. Further, this slide will give you a little bit about learning the French culture. Now, when learning a culture, different culture, we have come from be Indian, we have come from a diverse country. We are enjoying our diverse culture. So we are quite in a habitual of enjoying different cultures. What if I would say everybody is enjoying a different cuisines on a weekend? Apart from our culture, don't you enjoy different cuisines, be it you say South Indian, North Indian, Gujarati food? Don't you enjoy? Do you cherish enjoying that food? Is that? Do you agree with this point? So that means we are quite habitual of enjoying different cultures. Now, what if we explore to different world and enjoying and empathize and appreciate the way of living of other cultures? And that too, it's not just an additional quality that you're going to learn, but this also benefit you in your career. If you're working in a company like Capgemini, or you can say Symantec, you can say Infosys, and then many more. They are looking for an employer, they are looking for employees who are having a language skills. Why? Because nowadays they are cracking more and more overseas deals. They are engaged in more and more overseas and international market and bringing to India. So it's an undeniably additional quality that one should really carry. And I would really say it has really become an indispensable quality as well. Now, further, when I say to a culture, if you would like to know about this, I think this will catch your interest. It's already written as 1,000 to 1,600 cheese are there. We all enjoy cheese. But is that anybody know that there are more than 1,000 to 1,600 cheese from France that come from France and further exported in many other places? When I say, if you could see a flag, that is as a bleu, blanc, rouge, the color. So if we are knowing this culture in such a short period and further enlighten our knowledge and empathizing their way of culture, which are we already habitual of, being a diverse country. Now, I would really like to put a highlight on the approach of foreign language. Now, when it comes to the foreign language approach, let me just take a French language. If you would see, there is recently, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has visited France. He has really made a great deal there with nuclear, space, and other we say as for the submarines, for the spacecrafts. Now these deals, why they are benefited and why I'm telling you, is when you come to know that for the aircraft, India never manufactured engines. Engine always India buy from other countries. And this is a great overseas deal that Prime Minister Narendra Modi has cracked with the Emmanuel Macron from France, that yes, they are bringing this company and this deal in this because they want engines to be manufactured and more employment to generate. Now, when we say in the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla in the Parliament in August 2020 has just introduced a foreign language course for Parliament members at this age. Our government want them to learn. If our government want these at this age, a Parliament member to learn, you can see how greater approach and a futuristic foreign language are becoming. Now this course are already been started for like short-term course, 3 months, and you can say it for the 2 classes per week, which is mandatory for all Parliament members. Further, this language is infused into NATO, UNESCO, you can say Olympic Committee. I would really like to repeat as a big achievement for International Olympic Committee also has a French language as an official language, which is really great for all of us because this will generate more and more employment. Now, if you would see some couple of information that is given to related to the education, academic level, many Delhi government schools have signed as they have introduced foreign language in, you can say, presence with the Chief Minister, Deputy Chief Minister, that is Manish Sisodia. And he has signed an MOU with Emmanuel Leon. Now, Emmanuel Leon, he has signed just to introduce this language more and more into schools and colleges from the beginning. I would really say, grab this opportunity which IPS Academy, Institute of Engineering and Science is offering you with a beautiful and a comfortable syllabus. Now, next. Now, When it comes to the technical benefits, you have so many technical benefits as your communication increase. What if you are working in you are appointed in a company, be it if you're there, the Capgemini or any Infosys has cracked a deal for the French and they have appointed you as any kind of a post. And where when they come to know is you're carrying this language quality and you're entertaining your French peers or a Japanese peer, or you can say for the Russian or a German peers, with communicating in the same language. Don't you come in the good books with them? Don't you make a standout, as in don't you feel a standout from other candidates? Isn't it that will benefit you immensely? Do you agree? Can I have a connection and a participation from your side? Do you really agree what I've said up until? Yes? That's nice. Now, when it comes to improving your multitasking ability, improving your career prospect, of course, that benefits you, that increase your employability, talking to your where you deal with, where the clients, the overseas, you can say, the clients coming from overseas, you'll enjoy with them more and more international deals will come up, and you'll bring more business to that particular country, the particular company. So that will benefit you and further increase or generate your earning more and more. Now, when it comes to the non-technical benefits, you're going for a tourism to a particular place, not on a career prospect, but still if you go there, just in general, you'll enjoy communicating, just in general as in saying salutations. What if you say a French person as bonjour to them, if you greet them in their own language, if you just communicate a little bit with them, they will feel more attracted towards you, they'll communicate with you, you'll increase your horizons, you'll increase your social circle, you can say, isn't it? When we go to the south, when we go to north, we just say, we greet them in the same way. Be it you can say, saying a hello to them or saying a Sat Shri Akal to them. That benefits, of course, that if you communicate in the same culture, that benefits a lot because you make a more connection with them, right? Yes or no? Yes? Okay, that's nice. Now, what if I say, as we have all heard about one line, is when you are in a Rome, be as a Roman. Now, when you are in Rome, be as a Roman, putting a more highlight on this is when I say if you're, again, conversing the same person in the same language, you want them, you can make a more connection with them, and later on, that connectivity benefits you in every prospect, in every, be it your personal or relationship or any kind of, you can say, your career prospect with your companies. Now, okay, I would like to end here by saying, as if you really want to be a global in your perspective, in your learning, in your thoughts, apt for a language and apting for a language will benefit you undeniably, undoubtedly. Thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. I hope this information has benefited you a lot, and you will definitely look for it in the near future, what the IPS Academy Institute of Engineering and Science is offering you with a beautiful syllabus and a comfortable, which will translate your hopes and dreams into your career and you can say brighter career. Thank you so much.
Hi, let me read out a quote from Thomas Huxley, a famous English biologist, before we move on further. He said, "Try to learn something about everything and everything about something." Let me tell you a small story on why this quote is eternally relevant. John and Matt are two friends who have been so for a very long time. Both John and Matt got busy applying for colleges of their choice for their higher education. Although both have similar grades, only Jim has been able to successfully convert his application into admissions to the best of colleges, with scholarships too. Whereas Matt has been facing rejection from colleges he is seeking admissions into. Why is this happening? To know more, let's go back in time. John, during his free time, involved himself in learning new things, while he also managed to learn a new language of his choice. Whereas Matt, who is as intelligent, wasted most of his time doing nothing, simply lazing around. Learning a new language and the culture surrounding it helped Jim immensely. It enhanced his global mindset, raising his ability to appreciate other cultures, thus making him open to learning. It helped him sharpen his cognitive and life skills. It improved his chances of gaining entry into graduate schools because the majority of universities favor candidates with understanding of a foreign language and culture surrounding the language. It enhanced his chances to study abroad in the best universities of his choice, where local language is majorly used as the mode of education. If you desire to constantly enhance your abilities, learning a new language is one of the best choices you have. Like John did, make yourself accepted in every way possible. Remember, it's the little drops that make up the ocean. Be a John and take that first step towards your selected path of success, the success that you will cherish at every step you take.
Good afternoon. So there was a video was played. Why foreign languages? Can you tell me just 2-3 points out of it? Why you should go and, why you should go for learning a foreign language? Can anyone? Yes? Yes? Yes. We can have a global connect. Anyone else? Yes. Yes, and it improves our confidence. Good. Yes. Can help in the cognitive activities. Correct. Absolutely. Anyone else? Career opportunities. Yes. Sorry, can you please repeat? Yes. It helps you in making new friends. Yes. It introduces yourself to new people, to new cultures. Good. That means you have been watching that video with full attention. Am I correct? Yes? Okay. So good afternoon. I'm Sneha Modak and I teach Japanese language here in IPS Academy, Institute of Engineering and Science. Japanese, do you know anything about Japan or Japanese language? Wow. I'm so happy to look so much of hands have been raised up to give an answer. Yes, please. Yes? What do you know about Japan or Japanese language, Japanese culture? Yes, anyone? Second most? See, this is the general human attitude, right? We remember the negatives or we try to find out the negatives of anything, isn't it? That's why you want to learn Japanese. You like to take up challenges. That's good. Very good. Yes. How many of you have watched anime or Shin-chan? Almost everyone, isn't it? Almost everyone. So let me tell you, Japan or Japanese culture, language is not just limited to anime or Shin-chan. It's far beyond that. Have you ever researched about it? Yes? Why? What made you feel to know more about it? क्यों लगा आपको कि रिसर्च करना चाहिए जापान के बारे में या जापानीज लैंग्वेज के बारे में? Pardon me? Yes, yes. Yes. They still follow their practices, their culture. Most important, hardly few Japanese people know English. Yes. And that makes a reason to learn that language, isn't it? It gives you a competitive advantage. Yes or no? Yes? थक गए सब लोग सुबह से? Yes? हर चीज के लिए yes? Okay. So when we talk about the Japanese culture and the Japanese language, it's a very, very polite language. Very soft-spoken people are the Japanese people. They always greet others by bowing. They use kind and polite words to greet others, just like our culture. Can you relate it? Yes? Isn't it? There are many similarities between the Japanese culture and the Indian culture. बहुत सारी हैं, इतनी यहाँ पे बताना possible नहीं है. So just I have listed down few. Whenever we step into our house, we remove the shoes outside and then we step into our house. Same way, these Japanese people also, they remove their outside footwear out of the house and they get in, they step into the house. If we eat with our left hand, sitting with everyone, sitting at the dining table, we are often scolded by the elders. बोलते हैं ना घर पे बड़े लोग left hand से मत खाओ, isn't it? Proper table manners नहीं है. These are not the proper table etiquettes, isn't it? Yes or no? Yes? Same as with them. Like if they are not handling the chopsticks properly, it shows that they are not following the proper table manners or etiquettes. Okay. Business cards, they have a proper formal way of exchanging business cards. ये नहीं कि लेके रख दिया किसी का business card, no. Like you have to hold it with both the hands, bow a little, and then exchange your business cards. We have been told always, बैठकर खाना खाओ, आराम से खाना खाओ, पानी पीना है बैठकर पियो. So even they don't follow such practices like eating while going to the office, or like having food, doing other tasks at the same time. No. Give proper time for your eating and have your food properly. Okay. So धीरे धीरे आपको समझ में आएगा, Japanese language is a lifestyle. It's a way of living, isn't it? Yes? How many of you have read that book, Ikigai? If you're interested to read, please go for it. Please read that book. It's a wonderful book. Yes? It shows you how your life should be lived. Yes? The proper way of living a life. Why do Japanese people, they are alive for so long? कभी सोचा है? 90 years, beyond 90 years, beyond 100 years. Why? They have a proper lifestyle to follow. हमारी भी है, हम follow नहीं करते. Isn't it? Yes? So start following. How many of you have come across these words? Ikebana and origami? Sune? Yes? So Ikebana is the popular Japanese flower art. And origami is the famous Japanese paper art. Yes? You can find so many videos over the YouTube. Yes? Those who are interested in paper crafts, those who are interested in flower arrangements, they can go through such videos. Yes? Now the point comes, she has briefed you about the foreign languages, yes? The importance of learning foreign languages. She has briefed you about French language. Now we'll be looking for Japanese language, right? So why do you think learning Japanese will help you? है कुछ फायदा जापानीज सीखने का कि बस फ्रेंड सीख रहा है तो इसलिए हम भी चले गए सीखने? यस, इस पर भी यस बोला किसी ने. नो. सो दिस शुड नॉट बी योर माइंडसेट, राइट? कि हाँ हमारे नेबर्स जा रहे हैं सीखने तो मैं भी सीखूंगा जापानीज. ट्रेंड है अभी जापानीज सीखना तो मैं भी फॉरेन लैंग्वेज सीख लूंगा कोई भी. दिस शुड नॉट बी योर माइंडसेट. आपको पता होना चाहिए, यू शुड बी अवेयर व्हाई यू हैव टू लर्न, व्हाई यू हैव टू अपडेट योरसेल्फ, इजंट इट? फर्स्ट डे है आप सबका कॉलेज का, राइट? हैव फन इन द कॉलेज, एंजॉय योर कॉलेज लाइफ, बट देन डोंट लेट योर ड्रीम्स लैग बिहाइंड. क्यों लिए एडमिशन? यहाँ कुछ बनने के लिए, करने के लिए, राइट? यस और नो? यस. So try to achieve your goals. Yes? Okay, so why Japanese? Japan is the third largest economy of the world. Largest economy, it brings so many opportunities with it, isn't it? International trade, foreign exchange, student exchange programs, exchange of technology, everything, isn't it? That's why it's one of the largest economies, isn't it? So Japan is the third largest economy of the world. And on the top of it, Japan is facing major manpower crunch. Manpower crunch, समझते हैं आप क्या होता है? Yes? What is it? Loudly, please. Yes, mic please.
And when fertility rate of a country drops, the older people percentage increases.
Correct. When the population is not increasing,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
fact it's on the decreasing mode, isn't it?
Yes,
A
ma'am.
country is not having youths, a country is not having young people to work. सोचिए क्या सिनेरियो रहेगा. हमारे यहाँ यंग लोग कितने ऐसे होते हैं जो डिग्री करने के बाद, सीखने के बाद भी दे आर स्टिल स्ट्रगलिंग टू फाइंड अ जॉब, एंड वहाँ पे यंग पीपल है ही नहीं. सो isn't this an opportunity for others? Yes? It's not just कि आपको वहीं जाके काम करना होगा. It's like यहाँ पे भी जापानीज कंपनीज का एक्सपांशन इंडियन मार्केट में बहुत है. So if you have the skill, you can work in India as well. Yes? With a Japanese company, right? Third point, जापानीज सीखने वाले लोग बहुत कम हैं. Yes, अभी किसी ने कहा था, right? So that's the reason it gives you a competitive advantage. What is competitive advantage? If you're having a skill which very few people are having, isn't it? It gives you an advantage over others. Am I correct? Yes? So they have very less working population. We have that skill. We have that zeal to work, to earn something, to achieve something. So why not? Isn't it? Yes? As I told you, it's not just about working in Japan, but Japanese companies are also expanding their businesses in India. In near future, 30,000 plus companies from Japan are eager to expand or set up their business in India. It's not just any random number. The numbers which are mentioned over here, they are taken from some trustworthy websites and resources. Yes? So India में आपको क्या use होगा? If you have learned this language, you can work as an interpreter, as a translator. Yes? Because Japanese लोग वो English नहीं बोलते हैं. They want someone who will talk to them in Japanese. So if they are coming here for setting up their businesses, for expanding their businesses, obviously, we will have to talk to them, right? We will have to negotiate with them, isn't it? Yes? Japanese technology is not just limited to, animation or automobile sector. Cameras आप देखते हैं Japanese companies के, electronic appliances रहते हैं. So every field is dominated by their technology, right? Let it be automobile sector, let it be software sector, let it be tourism, let it be animation industry. In near future, Netflix is also planning to get into the market into the Japan. Yeah. So yes, learning a foreign language, it improves your connectivity. It enables you for a global contribution, right? There always been a strong bond between India and Japan. कभी सुना है we are fighting with them, we are struggling with them for something? No, right? So there always been a friendship, a friendly bond between both the countries. We should be able to make the best out of it. Yes? In last few years, like to be very precise, in last 3 to 4 years, students going to Japan for higher studies, this number has also increased. Yes? Earlier, when students, they used to come to me for learning Japanese, they were just learning it to seek placement or to add to their CV. Now, students, especially engineering students, they are looking forward to go to Japan for their higher studies. Yes? So this is also an opportunity, right? Those who are willing, they can. In near future, like 2025, 2030 and 2040, Japan will be in need of engineers. Thousands of engineers, not just software engineers, but engineers of all the streams, mechanical, automobile, electronics, software, all types of engineers. There will be a demand in the Japanese market in Japan by 2025, 2030 and 2040. A huge demand. Yeah. So keep the numbers and years in your mind. Yes? So how is this language? Like one of your friends, he said it's the second toughest language, right? So it's not the toughest language, okay? इंग्लिश भी हमें उतनी ही डिफिकल्ट लगती थी, बिकॉज इट्स अ फॉरेन लैंग्वेज फॉर अस, इजंट इट? बट हम लोग सीखते आ रहे हैं, इजंट इट? कोई भी आप फॉरेन लैंग्वेज सीखेंगे तो आपको इनिशियल ट्रबल तो होगा, यस, टीथिंग ट्रबल, you say yes, because you are learning a foreign language. But then if you will show your interest, definitely you will learn it. बहुत बार बच्चों को ये क्वेरी रहती है, मैम इंग्लिश उतनी अच्छी नहीं है तो जापानीज कैसे सीख सकेंगे? You are absolutely wrong. Hindi speakers, they are at an advantage over English speakers. I'll tell you the reason. हिंदी का ग्रामर और जापानीज का ग्रामर बहुत सेम है. If you will translate a sentence from Hindi to Japanese or vice versa, you will land up constructing 100% correct sentence. But if you will translate a sentence from English to Japanese or Japanese to English, you will make many mistakes and you will not frame a correct sentence. It is just because the grammar of both the languages, Hindi and Japanese, it's very, very similar. Yes. And if we talk about the Japanese grammar, it's not at all complicated. It has no gender, no articles, no plural forms, and just 2 verb tenses. Hindi में, English में 3 tense पढ़े ना हमने, काल, right? Japanese just has 2 tenses, past and present. Yep. And Indians are given more preference while Japanese recruiters or employers. This is because of the hard-working, disciplined, cultured attitude which we Indians possess. Yes. And also, we learn the language very quickly. Indian teaching methodology also plays an important role in this. Yes. हमें लगता है अरे ये क्या क्या हमारे सिलेबस में इंक्लूड कर दिया है, बट इट्स नॉट द केस. आप बाहर के कंट्रीज का सिलेबस देखते हैं तो आवर सिलेबस एंड वे ऑफ टीचिंग इज फार फार बेटर. यस. Like if you learn any of the foreign languages, it deepens your appreciation for your own culture and language. This has happened with me. Now, it's been so long I have been teaching Japanese. I've started observing the minute details of our culture and our language. Yes. So ये हो गया हमारे लेवल पे कि हमने जापानीज पढ़ी, समझी, तो क्या बेनिफिट्स हैं. Now what are the initiatives taken by Indian government? Indian government regularly plans teachers training programs here in India so that more number of teachers will be there to teach Japanese, more will be the number of students learning this language. Then there are multiple student exchange programs, school level pe, college level pe, yes. Short-term exchange programs, 1-year exchange programs, yes. So if you get an opportunity of such a program, don't miss it. There is a test taken by Japan Foundation. It is popularly known as JLPT, Japanese Language Proficiency Test. So this test is conducted twice a year, yes, all over the world. And if you clear this test, the certificate you get, it is worldwide, it is recognized on a worldwide level, yes. कहीं पर भी आप जाओगे, किसी भी country में आप जाओगे, तो nobody will question your proficiency in Japanese language. Okay, so that's a benefit. And number of students appearing for this JLPT in past few years, it has increased at least by 3 times. Yes. Just because the number of opportunities are increasing, so is the count of learners for this language has increased. There are multiple technology exchange programs as well. Yes. So all of you, as you are the future technology masters, so make use of such programs. Yes. So konnichiwa is the way they greet. Konnichiwa means good day or good afternoon. And can you read out this word? Arigatou gozaimasu. So it means thank you. Yes. I think I've not mentioned my name. I'm Sneha Modak. Yes. And please make use of the facilities given by you, given by your college to all of you. Yes. You will have these foreign languages. You will have this freedom to select the foreign language. So try to use this opportunity given to you by your college. Yes. Make the optimum out of it. Yes. Any questions? No? Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am, for this information. Of course, our students will be using this opportunity and grabbing new knowledge about these languages. Now, I'd like to thank you all for having sitting here and hoping you to join tomorrow for our induction program day 2. And yeah, thank you for from IPS Academy. Hoping to see you tomorrow.